Okay, I got the shaft cleanup and working now. I honed it some more on this one end here. The whole shaft is out around quite a bit. You can actually see it after I got it cleaned. If you look at the light reflection as I rotate it, you see there's a big flat spot right here. I don't know if you can see in the light there or not. Anyway, when they ground this thing, they had a bad grinder. The dull spots are the low spots, and you can see there's 4 or 5 of them as you rotate this around. So, not a good one. I had to go ahead and open up the hole here about a half a thou, just because the shaft's so far out, it's just ridiculous. So now this is nice and free in here, so it's still got good clearance, you know, not too loose or anything, it's good. It's basically about where I would have put it anyway for clearancing. They're a little bit tighter than I run out. So anyway, hopefully this goes in now. Now the only issue is if we got an in-play issue once we get all the way in. But we got to beat it back in to find out if it's going to work or not. So let's go ahead and get some lubricant on there. Look to see how good the hone was inside the bushing hole. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit of eyebrows here and there, but they actually did a pretty good job on the inside of the bushing, so that was a plus. Their cylindrical grinders suck, so what they do the shafts on. Need to fix their bearings in or grist their wheel or something. Alright, so go and try this again. It's definitely tight there, but once you get in the right spot, it's usable. This might be slightly easier going in because I honed it. See, it goes in a little easier. Not quite as bad as it was. And now the rocker arm's working like it should. Okay. Okay, bolts are good. Alright, we continue on now. Only a half-hour delay. Again. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to use the James Fancy Ass base gaskets here. These ones have a vulcanized material on top of probably a stainless segment in the middle. So they're pretty good quality. Easy if these leak, nothing seals. So let's go ahead and slide this out so we can see a little bit better. Get my camera up a little higher. See if I can get this to work a little better. Camera adjustments suck. Alright, we're going to have to go with this, I guess. The camera didn't fall over pretty good. Okay. Alright, the first thing I like to do is I like to get the push rods in the holes. So that requires us to put a little dab of oil on the push rod seat, top and bottom. This here was our long push rod, so it's our, back this up a little bit, we can see better. So this is our exhaust. So we just take a push rod cover, slip it in here and drop this right through it. Of course my push rod seal dropped right down there. Little ring back up in there where it belongs. Okay, we'll go ahead and lubricate the intake one while we're at it. And the cover. Okay, that's in there. I'm going to take our rocker assembly. Oh, forgot one thing. We'll put a dab of oil on the end of our valve stem here. I don't like them running dry either. Okay, let's go ahead and lay this up on there. We'll get our bolts out here. Where's my Loctite at? Okay, we get the good Loctite, medium strength, heavy medium. So these are grade 8 bolts, we can torque them pretty heavily. So get a little bit of Loctite on them. Now we got long bolts and short bolts. There's a difference in length, about a 1/4 inch. The difference is these outer ones here are a little bit taller than these inner ones over here, so it takes a longer bolt on this side. Now we got the gasket in here and we got the threads, so we got to kind of figure out where that is. Kind of jiggle things around until they go in. Get them all kind of started. Okay. Take my ratchet and run them on down. Not quite all the way, but close. We're using the bolts to center up our rocker assemblies here, so gotta get them all the way down so they do all maximum centering. Leave my arm on top of the valve stem over there with oil on it. Cleaned it off. Okay, I got those roughed in. We got 3 1/4 inch bolts, short ones. These I'm going to use about a lighter duty Loctite. This is what I call low medium. Okay, there's 3 of these, one on each side of the rocker arm and one over here in the middle. Okay. Go ahead and run those down. So we can do the other ones. Now, these are actually Sportster rocker boxes put on a big twin. They are interchangeable, but they look a little different. The Sportster ones are more rounded. So there aren't a lot of custom bikes because they look custom. Okay, we got 2 long Allen bolts here. These go on the outside corners right here. You want to make sure you got a little wash underneath these, because these rocker boxes definitely do collapse when you torque them down without them. Okay, then what I do is you got all our clearances here. I go ahead and push the rocker box straight that way, and then I look down where my valve springs are, and I shove them one way or the other if I need to get more clearance. You can usually cheat about 30 thou. Here's my ratchet here. So I'm pushing toward the rear slightly. Go ahead and bring these down until they touch. 7/16, and then the Allens. Alright, and then the torque wrenches. I got 1/4 inch bolts and 5/16 bolts. And I set them for whatever the book said to set them at, which I don't remember. Don't really care because I use more torque than what they say. So we go until a little bit of torque on these. So I just kind of bring them up a little at a time. Okay, now we go ahead and torque. So there's tight, and there's me. Tight, and me. So as you can tell, I use a little bit more than what Harley does. And I'm using the maximum number that Harley recommends. And then go more. Same on these. Now I'm probably pulling these things down 18, 20 foot pins. I bet these little small ones. I do break them every now and then too, so it does happen. Now the Allens, you can't torque them too much because with a long Allen they just kind of twist on you a lot. So I just put a good spin on my Allen wrench. I watch it wind up pretty good. And that one's torqued. See how much drag we got on these things, and there's drag on them, which I don't like. The valves are open right now, so it's hard to tell, but there we go. Okay, that one feels good. See, this one's actually sticking. Got that much drag on it. So this one's tight. So when you make your bushings too tight, that's what happens. You have problems. This one here, see, it's working good. This one here, not too good. So I got to take this one back apart and go hone it. So I'm going to switch over to the other box. Go ahead and do the same thing on this side. And let's see if we come on any tight ones on this side. So this is just going to be the same procedure. So if you don't want to look at it, go to the next video. So, same as the other one, we start with the push rods. Come on, let's get some more on here. There we go. Okay, short one first. And the long one. Ah! Don't bang on the motor, it's not good for it. Okay. Do our long bolts. With the good Loctite. Okay, long ones are on the outside again. That one. If you're not sure if the long one's a short one, see the difference? Come on, gasket. gasket's not in the right spot. Yeah, the bolt went in the breather hole instead of the bolt hole. Okay, that one's in there now. And those short bolts. Use the lower duty Loctite. And our 2 Allens. Okay, now we center it up. Put our shells. And this one here, we're going to push it toward the center of the motor. Torque on it. And then we torque it. Light torque first, and then we torque. All right. Then our Allen. Okay. Then we check these. This one's tight, just like the last one. And this one's tight. So, 3 out of 4 are tight. 10 to 1, the one that's loose is the one I honed already. So now I can take 3 rock arms off and go hone them. Come back and fix them. So I'll turn this off and I'll show you what I do after that. Okay, we got the rock arms all tightened down, and we now have 3 out of 4 rock arms are tight. This one here works really good. That's probably the one I already fixed. This one's tight, we already saw earlier. This one over here, tight just like that one. And this one is tight like that one. So these 3 here are tight. So all I gotta do, I gotta go ahead and take all these 3 out and hone them. And this time put up my clearance, not S&S clearances. So the first thing we gotta do is break these bolts loose on the outside edge. My wrench. So all we got to do to get these rock arms out is take out these longer bolts right here, just these two on this side here and that one there. These are the ones that actually engage and hold the shaft in. So we just go ahead and pop these free. Pull them out with a ratchet. This is why I have my own clearances for doing things, because I already know it works and doesn't work pretty much, because I've already been through this more than once. You think buying all of any of this now stuff things would work, but oh well. Okay, we take those three out. Our push rods are all not adjusted, so that's why we have the valves or no tension on them. So we take a punch right here, and we just go ahead and push out our shafts. So there's that one. That one was loose, and that one comes out. Okay, so now these are all out. I don't have to pull the shafts all the way out, only partially out. And I can see where the problem is. It looks like the problem in this is not the shaft, it looks like it's the rocker. The arm itself is tight on the stand. So you can see how this thing is tight right in here. So with these things all torqued down, the stands have pushed themselves together and made this tight. So instead of holding the shaft out, I mean the bushings, this one needs to have the end of the rocker arms ground slightly to get some clearance. Okay, let's see what these other ones do over here. Pull that shaft out most of the way. And this one back here has got the same problem. The rocker arm's just too stinking long to get in there. So maybe we can't blame it all on S&S for one. Yeah, this one is the same problem. So all of these are going to have to be shortened up just a little bit. My guess is the chrome buildup on these is our problem. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten up the shafts, or not shafts, shorten up the rocker arms a little bit with my grinder and back. And that's that big flat disc grinder we saw earlier I used. So I'll go hit those real quick, and I'll just come back and see if they'll work. Okay, I went ahead and ground the end of these rocker arms here. I also gave them a quick shot on the hone on the bushing in the center. You can see how fine of a finish I put in there. Once again, the bushing seemed to be round, but I just want to give them just a little bit more clearance. And you see I ground the ends of on both sides. Now we're going to see if it's going to actually fit on these stands. Right. If we didn't take enough off, we'll have to come back and do it again. Okay, that one is marginal. So that means it's probably too long. Okay, this one will even begin to go in there. Same problem. How's it work on this side? Alright, this one here, it fits in really nice. So that one will work. This one here fits really nice. So I'm going to go kiss the end of this just a little bit so it'll fit in nice. Okay, second grind on that one. And now that one fits in there a little better. There we go. Fits good when we get in the right spot. Okay, so those might work this time. So you'll go ahead and re-lubricate these again. Push rod tip. Okay, comes in. Get where it goes, it fits. Okay. Put these shafts in. Turn this around so I can get to it. Let's see. I know I had a punch around here somewhere. Alright, nice fit. Good also. Still right there on the tightness part. Okay. We'll go ahead and Loctite the bolts again. Alright, moves, 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 and moves. Alright, now we got four of them that work this time. Again, we had to take everything apart. Okay, now we can go ahead and do some push rod adjustments. So, I'm going to get my stuff for doing that, and we'll be back.